Hello, I am Quinny. Welcome to the channel, guys. In this video today, we're going to be talking about something special. We're going to be going through real live market activity, market trading that I've been up to over the last couple of days. I'm not that active in the market, and when I do, it's always for good reasons. So I'll be going through what I've been doing really with my limited collateral over the last couple of weeks or so. Regular viewers of the channel will be aware there's a playlist on the channel called Limited Chat, and in those videos, like, I've been kind of detailing me kind of fumbling through limiteds, trying to figure out what strategy is optimal for me, best use of capital, best appropriation of funds, all that kind of stuff. And for the last month or two, I've not really went that hard against it, because with the recent inclusion of Specialist Limited, Underdog Limited, Legends Limited, I wanted to try and reassess and take as much of a look at the overall landscape for the scarcity as possible, and I wanted to try and judge if some of the market movements I could take advantage of, potentially with the ETH bear market as well, might actually be able to save me some from mistakes or for some forced actions that I've pushed myself into over the last 3 or 4 months. At any point in the video today, guys, if you do laugh, you learn, you like something or whatever, please do like and subscribe, share, retweet, all that good stuff, guys. Stay out of trouble, and let's get stuck into it. If you could hit the subscribe button, I do daily global football content, everything from Wonder Kids and Rising Star Managers to fantasy football and watch-alongs. That will also automatically enter you into my April giveaway. A rare new season edition MLS Cup champion Anton Tinnerholm and 2 limited goalkeepers. If you want to stick around to the end of the video, we'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Now, my gallery had recently broken past 100 limiteds, and I was really analysing this on a regular basis. Like, how have I ended up with so many limiteds? I don't feel that competitive at that level, and trying to just understand the makeup of that contingent in my gallery was very important for me. What I realised quite quickly was that 40 of them were rookies. So to have 106 cards or whatever, and 40% of them were virtually useless for SO5, really then made me realise that so much of the capital that I had appropriated into my limiteds were in some key players, some really big hitters, and I was then looking to assess where they were in the market and if I could make any good exit points on a lot of them. Now, a lot of these cards have been great servants to FC Barcelona, and they go with a heavy heart, don't get me wrong, but we've now brought the figure down to 96. So we sold 13 cards, 12 of them, the combined sales total brought in 0.791, which, covers a lot of the rare activity that I've been doing over the last couple of days, or over the last couple of months, if you even want to go back a bit further. If I'm maybe retrospectively selling these guys now at a better time, because the ETH rate is more favourable to go and get some other stuff that's still undervalued in my opinion. So to sell 13 cards to achieve that, 0.79, I thought was absolutely phenomenal. The key guys to move out, and this is what I really want to show you, right? The first one was Safanov. Now, Safanov was the first limited I bought. I bought him for 0.125 on the market, and if we look at his price graph for limiteds, let's just put all. I bought here, and he got a good bit more expensive, it must be said. Did get cheaper, yada yada, but I've pretty much sold out ETH-wise for roundabout where I got him from. And through these peaks and troughs, of course, he was playing, he was getting me some utility. He helped me win the Talus Magno, he helped me win a Rio Hatate. All these other guys, Kandus was okay as well. All these guys have all been sold, but he was a great servant for the club. Arsene Zakarian, very similar situation. I bought him right early, 0.104. Let's do all. So I bought mine right at the beginning there, that wee yellow dot, and I've managed to sell him at one of the better times to sell Zakarian, and he was one of the ones that, when he was down here, 0.02, I was like, oh Jesus, man, I spent so much more on him than what he was worth for so long. But even especially over this kind of April period here, he's doubled in value almost, 0.06 up to where I got him is 0.1, and he's kind of went over and above 0.14. I don't know why people paid that much. But anyway, Lautaro Martinez was got on the market in a bundle, which was 0.118, and again, fantastic servant to the club. Him, Zakarian and Safanov were the backbone of winning that Talus Magno, which was fantastic. This Lautaro Martinez also helped me win a super rare Jose Maria Jimenez in the special weekly for game week 250, where me, John, Hendo and the boys, we went to Spain. So that was a great win, great contribution for that card. It also helped me win the Rio Hatate. And a Lucas Hradecki, which was a decent amount of ETH that I sold him for at the time. As well as picking him up in a bundle for this price, I managed to sell him out for basically the price of the bundle, 0.11. I'm left with a Dzeko, Collateral, which is useless, and a Radu, who is the laughingstock of European goalkeeping football at this point in time. I managed to sell both my Seskos at great profits. The main Sesko, the one that had all the XP, helped me win 2 cards that were worth bugger all, that I sold for bugger all really. But again, if we look at when I got both my Seskos, back here 0.06 and 0.079, I was able to trade both of them out for 0.11, 0.108. So about 40% uplift on both of them, which again were rookies. Nice amount of money to be picking up as well, 0.1 for 2 of them. So I turned 0.12 into 2.1 or something like that, 2.2ish or so. So a nice little trade there, good timing for him. And the thing about all these cards, and you'll see that with the last 2, is that they're European, you know, so I'm selling them at the end of the season when I'm done with them, and thanks to a lot of these fortunate situations, you know, Galashi was a late pickup in terms of the limiteds, but it helped me win one thing, which is a Kevin Akpogoma, so he didn't really do too much for me. In terms of the pricing and whatever, I picked mine up back here for 0.094, and then I sold mine here at 0.085, so a little bit of a loss on the ETH. In terms of pound notes, we're up a little bit, which is fine. Are we up? Yep. No, we actually lost out on Galashi a fair bit. But getting that amount of ETH into the gallery for a goalkeeper that's going out of season, 0.085, I beg your pardon, was a great trade for me, and I was happy to do that. Especially with, you know, like when you see some of these trades getting actioned, you're like, oh Jesus, like how cheap is this guy going for? Where is my exit strategy going to be with this guy? So I feel like I've got out of that in a decent nick as well. Similar with Eric Garcia. He did help us win some stuff. Dodi Luca Pakayo, Eber, who was another person who was sold in this window for 0.02 Ethereum, like a threshold payment basically. And with him, where did we pick him up? Right in the middle of here. So 0.045. And we managed to turn him around ETH-wise into 0.065. End of season, and he's injured. So got to be content with that. And I sold Erling Haaland. Now, I acquired the Haaland in a trade for Darwin Núñez, and a part of that was he was valued at an ETH at the time, and I thought, great, that's just a liquid ETH, that Haaland limited. I can sell that really within short notice and get relatively around an ETH for it, and when I need that ETH for Celtic cards or whatever, I'm going to do that. The problem with Haaland for me came when Celtic and whatever came out. He was trading around 0.6 or so, and that was not in the plan for me whatsoever. I managed to sell him out here, as you can see, at 0.9, which is much closer ETH-wise to where I had traded him against. In said time, he only won me 2 awards, but one of them was Tony Watt, so he has replaced himself at the club already with another power forward. Fair enough, Tony's not quite as young as Erling Haaland, but he'll fit the bill all the same. And really, the difference in strength from a limiteds from before that exodus to after is really the 2 goalkeepers, Galashi and Safanov, which I can reacquire really any time over the next 3 or 4 months. Zakarian, bit of a legend, and Lautaro Martinez, high profile player who's probably not going to leave Inter Milan at this point. They're all guys who I can pick up for maybe about the same price, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, but they're not guys I'm worried about terribly missing out on. I didn't sell Hakimi or Goretzka because, similar to Haaland, where their prices moved to for out of the season and bear market and this and that, it's just not conducive to sell them. I've sold everyone who I felt was ripe enough to get a good ETH rate for that would allow me to go and reinforce my gallery in the rare pro sections for the European off season. And that's one of the things with limiteds, guys, that I've struggled to understand, but I've now started to see that even though I've been cautious this whole time and I've tried to keep it to like players I liked anyway, rookies, Zakarian, guys that I would love to get but I can't get or I haven't got yet, for super rares or for rares, I've been speaking about this quite a lot in content, it's actually ended up giving me a lot of liquid assets at the most liquid part of the market. And for now, when I want to go out and get new season MLS cards with shirts on them and stuff, I've got an asset there that is abundant. Like I've got 100 limiteds, they are all fairly liquid. I sold all of them really from between the 16th of May, point of recording is the 19th, when I sold the Galashi. That was the first one to go, through Lautaro Martinez. And there's actually a really interesting point here, as you'll see, this all happened on the 16th and 17th basically, right? But for the Andrews, I know they watched the content, hopefully you're still watching the video. I had somebody trade me my 64 of 100 Benjamin Sesko that was on like level 10 or something for a brand new Benjamin Sesko, and they gave me a crumb of some ether for the pleasure. So you were talking about that recently in a video. You don't think people trade for XP at limiteds? They definitely do. My boy here, Kaneki, done it, and it actually caught me out. I only actually meant to sell one Sesko, and I sold it, the one that had the less of the XP of the two that I had. I thought I'll sell one, 0.11, pays for both of them. I'll just keep a Cesco. I didn't even really realise that it had sold, and I got this offer in, and I thought, oh, okay, I'll do that, and then I've got a little bit of change. I'll still keep a Cesco, and then I'll sell this high serial number one. Cool. Done that. And then I realised, oh, this is now the only Cesco I have, and it just bummed me out, so I sold both Cescos. Anthony Chibu Malambo, I bought like 5 or 6 of this guy as unlimited for pennies, just as a rookie that I fancied, and like over the year he's done nothing, but I managed to sell 3 of them for like treble the ETH rate that I paid for them, 0.02 for each of them. I sold 3 of them in total. Zachariah, and you can see there, and Tony. All in. And it's a very important thing to think about in the market, no matter what's going on, bull market, bear market, off season, in season, is you need to always have a cachet. And there's some other stuff in that list that I'll save for other videos in terms of backup goalkeepers and rares and whatever, but you need a cachet of liquid stock that will be revolving round throughout the year. So as other things become illiquid, or the market isn't as vibrant as them, you have other things that are coming through and you can use as market collateral. And it feels like for me, I will be really treating limiteds as like that kind of store of value for future trading activity. If I am at a loss, or I've got, like what I did with a lot of those rookies, especially, or pretty much all the rookies that I've got, is whenever I've got a funny numbered balance on my wallet in Sorare, I'll just look for one on an auction that the balance will fit for and just put a bid on to clean my balance off to a nice round number. And that kind of activity is kind of came back to bear fruit for me, and it's been really exciting that I've managed to, including the Haaland and those other cards, it's 1.6, 1.7 Ethereum that I managed to raise in a day, in 2 days or so, and I can go out and make some of the other moves that I've made off the back of that, and I wouldn't have been able to do that without having liquid assets that had been accruing. So no matter what your opinion is of different stages of the market or different sections of the market, you should definitely have a section of your gallery, whether it's 2% or 20% or 60%, that is earmarked against trading activity of some description, because you always want to have flexibility and liquidity within your own club and in your gallery to make the moves you want when you want, within reason. Sometimes you need to wait, like the Haaland for example, I had to kind of wait for something, the Man City transfer, the bear market then pushes the ETH rate up, blah blah blah. Sometimes you need to wait, sometimes you get lucky and it all happens in a time scale that works for you. Sometimes you need to wait a little bit longer. Let me know guys how your experience has been of trading limited cards, especially over the last month or two. Have you picked up any bargains from people like me? Have you picked up any amazing auctions that have just been slept on? Let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share and retweet and all that good stuff guys. Stay out of trouble, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye. Let's get into all the giveaway stuff before I let you go. I'm still doing monthly giveaways and I'm making it easier to enter. If you want to be entered to win this month's prize or any future giveaways here at the channel, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button, you need to be a subscriber to enter, then leave a comment down below. Each month, a random comment from a random video will be selected as the winner, so the more videos you leave a comment on, the better the chance you've got of winning any of my giveaways. All the winners are announced at the end of videos the same way as we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. As always guys, if you've enjoyed the video today, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. On screen now some other stuff that I've made that YouTube thinks you might enjoy. Stay out of trouble, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.